Now, what's been the driving force? There must have been times where things weren't working out. So, how do you keep that will to continue going? How do you deal with, say, a situation that needs resolution, but it's getting difficult? How do you try and stay on track?
I think there's, I guess, two layers to that answer. One is like what's driving you to keep doing it when days are very stressful and you just want to throw up your hands and walk away from the whole thing. And then in general, how do you approach these problems in practice that are insurmountable? Both of which are important questions when you're running a
Have you
company.
faced like that?
I've certainly felt like from day one, or maybe not day one, but maybe 6 months in, when it started to feel like we were really running a company, we're kind of all in on this and it just has to work. There's this mentality of like, nah, it just has to work. And then you start to feel more and more that way as you grow, you build a team, and then there's the responsibility of people's livelihoods and salaries and families all on the line on your shoulders. And more you're like, it just has to work. We just have to make this work, and we have to make, but also the confidence that you get from mentors and others that we can do this. We have the skills to do this. We're not hopeless. I think that's kind of an underlying energy that gets you through the tough situations. There's always a way through this. It can be solved, and you might have to work extremely hard. That's a requirement for being a founder or not. Again, I don't think there's ever one way to do things. I think some people run small businesses that don't necessarily want to scale and do something super ambitious like we're trying to do at Sprintlaw. So maybe the dynamics are different, but certainly in what we're trying to do, build a very fast growing startup oriented tech business, you're taking a big risk, and you have to believe that it's going to work. You can spitball ideas with and balance each other out when things are appearing stressful. And then in terms of the actual problems, there's so many novel problems which you don't realize when you're so excited about solving the problem for like the small businesses where legal's so expensive and complicated, and you have all these amazing ideas with technology. But then actually, we need to build HR processes and recruitment processes and team events, and we need to set targets for our sales team. We need to work out how marketing works, and we need to understand like our security and risk and all these other things. But I think again, knowing that there's solutions to all those problems somewhere, you just got to find them, has been the other aspect. And you just got to find the right person, speak to the right person, and ask them the right question.